It's everybody. We've got James, we have Michael, and we have Alex. How does an Instagram account just disappear? I don't know how that works. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I hope you figure that out. Man, that is a bummer. So I am kind of learning about this new ad manager that Twitch has going on. Apparently you can disable the pre-roll ads that people get when they first come to somebody's stream. As long as you structure your ad, you can structure when your ads play. Oh, I'm hot. I need to turn the fan on. Hold on. You can structure when your ads play. So I decided to play one at the very beginning, and now we shouldn't get another ad for 41 minutes, I think, or something like that. Anyway, ads are just kind of a part of this world, and it sucks, but I just have to, you know, I just kind of, at least I have some sort of control over when the ads run, I guess. I watched this video on how to make it work, but anyway, I hope everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. Sundays are always kind of hard around here because Andrew is gone a lot of the day, so I'm kind of by myself and getting 2 kids ready for church and getting to church by myself and being there by myself. I mean, Andrew's there, but he's not really there. I mean, he is, but he's off doing other things. So Sundays are always kind of hard for me, which is why I wanted to... Fresh show! You didn't get a pre-roll ad. Yeah, see? Well, and see, I have a starting... Welcome, by the way. Happy to see you. I have a... Hey, J-Hops! That is true. Do subs not get what's it called? Ads at all? I don't know exactly how that works. But, this video I watched was how, you know, if somebody new wants to come in and check out the stream or whatever, then, you know, they were getting these pre-roll ads, and a lot of times they would see the ad and then they'd click away and not be able to, like, have, you know, not be able to join in and see the awesomeness that is our community. And so he suggested running a 1-minute ad at the very, very beginning of your stream, and then you don't have to... Twitch has rolled out this new ads manager, so I have it at the top of my OBS, so I can see when the next ad is coming, so I can be like, hey, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really fast. There's an ad that's gonna play. I don't make any money on ads, but, you know, it just kind of is what it is. Oh, Twitch subscribers don't get ads. Oh, well, that's fancy. Well... Okay, so there right there is a, I mean, I don't push subscriptions at all. Although I will say subscriptions are awesome because you get to use Kalulu emotes. But other than that, you know, subscriptions are great, but I certainly don't want anybody to feel pressured to subscribe. But if you don't get ads, that's a definite perk. But I can tell when the next ad is coming, so I'll let you guys know. It's only going to be a minute long. This is kind of a new thing for me, but I believe Twitch gives the streamer the option to roll them for subs, but I use my free sub here, so I don't have to mess with ads. Yeah, why would you want... Maybe that's for those giant streamers who do make money off of ads, but the only people... I'm a subscriber! Yay! Fresh show! Where are you watching from, Fresh show? Do you like to play games? What games do you like to play? As you guys can see, I am cosplaying my inner Dipper because I just realized today... All I have left are the socks and the shoes. And Scorpio said on the Discord the other day, asked about Halloween costumes. And I was thinking, you know, Halloween only comes around once a year, and you put all this effort into a costume, and then you only get to wear it like once a year. Unless you're like my daughter, who hangs on to her Halloween costumes and wears them time and time again. Fresh show plays Stardew Valley. Yes. Oh, I love Stardew Valley so much. And I'm actually really enjoying playing it. Stardew Valley is one of those games I feel like I could probably have a constant playthrough going, whether I start a new, there's always something new to do. You can do a new farm on a new layout, or you can, like, I didn't know this, but you can mix up the, like the community center bundles and stuff. Like, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. It is by far the best bang for your buck. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say it's the best bang for your buck regarding how it's $15 and you get massive amounts of content. But Hollow Knight is pretty close, because Hollow Knight is easily, what, 70, 80, 90 hours if you do most of the content, almost all the content. And that's only like $14.99 too. So those two games, man, they did it right. They totally did it right. Twitch Turbo allows avoidance of all ads for $8.99 a month. Really? I've never even heard of Twitch Turbo. But you know what? That actually doesn't surprise me, because all these websites and everything are turning to these, you know, subscriptions. I actually read somewhere that people are saying that the internet is going to get to a point where it is just straight. It, like, you pay a subscription for 0 ads for your entire internet. But you're already paying for internet, so I don't know how much that would cost. But, you know, it's gotten to a point where ads just totally rule our worlds. And so, you know, it would be nice if we could, like, I have YouTube Premium, so we can listen to music during the, you know, the just chatting section, or, you know, we're listening to it with Stardew Valley too. And honestly, I was going to get rid of it after my free month trial, and I have not, because I can't think of a better way to have some super smooth, really nice music in the background. And if you want to pay for a music subscription, in my opinion, you might as well get the video side of it too. So I can listen to literally any song I want, any song. Granted, it has to play a video, but YouTube Premium comes with YouTube Music, and then you get ads. You get ad-free all video viewing. It's great. It's totally great. There's my plug for YouTube Premium. That's just what I have learned. But I also do workouts on YouTube. So, what are my thoughts on Chris Pratt? Voicing Nintendo's Mario? I gotta be honest, I can't see it, but have there been any, like, sneak peeks of him? Oh, Dear Evan Hansen. You know what, Fresh? I have never seen Dear Evan Hansen, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it, because I am one of those people. I mean, I don't know. I think it would hit me really hard, and I think it would probably, like, mess me up for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. I don't like purposefully watching sad things. I really try to stay away from sad books. I try to stay away from sad movies. I try to stay away from sad music. Every once in a while, if I really need to cry, then I'll, you know, I don't know, purposefully go listen to something that's gonna, you know, make me cry or whatever. There's actually a movie we have about the life of Christ that makes me absolutely cry every single time. But so if I ever really want to cry, I just pop that in. But I haven't had to do that in a while. Some days you just really need to cry, but I don't know. So Dear Evan Hansen, I have heard wonderful things about it. I've also heard that the movie does not translate quite as well as it does on stage. I really should listen to the soundtrack though, because I know it's got some great music. There was a lot of Dear Evan Hansen stuff on Twitch, actually. Twitch Sings, actually, back when Twitch Sings was a thing. Yeah, I don't know how Chris Pratt is going to do with Mario. That was kind of an odd choice, but I don't know. Dog reunion videos. Yes, dog reunion videos. Kids seeing or hearing for the first time, you know, like getting glasses or getting like cochlear implants or something, and like hearing their parents tell them they love them for the first time or something. Or like military homecoming videos and stuff. Man, I saw the movie 3 times. I'm a 45-year-old man. Not one tear dropped, I swear. Wait, the movie is out? Are you talking about Dear Evan Hansen? I didn't think it was even released yet. Am I crazy? You know, it did make me cry. Les Mis. We've talked about this before. Movies that made us cry. I have a whole list of movies that make me cry no matter how many times I watch them. Like Field of Dreams, Edward Scissorhands, Dead Poets Society, Les Mis. There's another one that I'm forgetting and I can't remember what it is. Shoot, it'll come to me. It will come to me. Oh, the movie dropped this weekend. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. If some tears were shed, that's fine. Oh, Up. Come on. I think we all. Oh, Inside Out. I can't watch Inside Out from Pixar without crying. I don't think I can watch Toy Story 3 either without crying because of that crazy freaking what is it? It's not a dumpster. It's the incinerator scene. It's not even the very, very end when they say goodbye to Andy. It's that scene when they're all in the, and spoilers for any of you who haven't seen it, but they've been taken to the dump, and they're all trying to get away from the incinerator that's in the middle of this room, and they're all moving toward the incinerator together, and they're struggling and they're struggling and they're struggling. And then I think it's Buzz. Is it Buzz? Who puts his hand on Woody and just gives him this look like, that's it, we're done. And we might as well just go together. And so they all hold hands, and they're all just like going toward the fire. Oh my gosh, it gets me every single time. And then Ander decided to go and make it even worse, because I was like, this is so sad. I hate this part. It makes me so sad. And he goes, yeah, it always makes me think of like concentration camps and parents and their children. And I was like, well, it didn't until now. Oh my gosh. So now that's what I think of every time I see that scene, and it's terrible. Arrival. Oh, Arrival did get me teary. Arrival was a really good one. Arrival was wonderful. That was one of those that was done really, really well. Where's Bishop? Bishop, I guess that didn't really involve time travel. He was saying time travel isn't written very well. That's not necessarily time travel. But I thought they did that timeline thing really, really well. So I don't know. I really liked Arrival, but Arrival begs that question of like, if you knew what was coming, would you still go for it? You know? And I also think these things hit differently when you become a parent on your own. What was I just telling? Oh, Harry Potter hits different as a parent. Blinded by the Light. What is Blinded by the Light? Is that a movie? Or is that a song? What is that? I can't think of what that is. Harry Potter hits really differently as a parent because Harry is so unbelievably neglected by the Dursleys. And it skips his whole like, oh, the Bridges of Madison County. I've never seen the Bridges of Madison County. Huh. What's another one that, yeah, I've never seen that. Oh, you know what else made me cry? Little Women. Ugh. Little Women made me cry. Beaches made me cry. Those are kind of sort of chick flicks, kind of. But I remember, so my mom had a sister who passed away from cancer. And so I remember, it's a movie featuring all Bruce Springsteen. Wow, I can talk. Springsteen. I've heard of the movie. I just don't know anything about it. But my mom had a sister who passed away from cancer when she was in college. And I was kind of... Hi. She is very tired, and she's on her way to go to bed. Huh. Yes! Little pumpkin! I thought it would be a great idea to watch the movie Beaches with my mom when I was like, I don't know, 14. Yeah. And there's a scene when the friend in the movie who gets sick is sitting in the hospital, and she's got like an oxygen thing in her nose, and she's having a hard time breathing, and she's really, really sick. And I remember my mom just bursting into tears, and I felt so awful. She was like, that's what Trisha looked like. I just remember it like it was yesterday. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt so terrible. I felt like the worst daughter. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I bet we're tired. We skipped our nap today, huh? Church is hard. Church is really hard. Yes, this is Cupcake Omega. Charlotte, my 7-year-old is Cupcake Prime, and this is Cupcake Omega. Just a little cupcake. Huh. But, yeah, so those movies made me cry, and I don't know. I feel like Harry Potter, you don't read anything about his years between when he was dropped off at the Dursley's house, and then all of a sudden the next chapter he's like 10. And so you don't read about those years, obviously. And he's obviously been horribly neglected, and he knows that the Dursleys don't like him. And, but he's 10, he's almost 11, which is still a child, a wee babe, but still. And I saw a fan art drawn one time of like a little like 4-year-old Harry standing in a doorway. He was like half hidden by the doorway. and he was watching a scene of he was watching Aunt Petunia giving Dudley something, and he was so little, and the person that did the fan art just said, you know, we don't really talk about the early years, but imagine Harry is like a 3-year-old or like a 4-year-old and not understanding why everybody hated him and why he was so hated and why Dudley was treated so well and why Harry wasn't treated so well, you know. And obviously he kind of grew up and just kind of had to get over it, but I just can't even imagine. As a parent, I just think, how can anybody do that to here? Bye, baby. Yeah, she's tired. And then everything that happens to Harry, you know, and the fact that, and then you think about like all these parents, like the Weasleys and Dumbledore and McGonagall and all these adults are saying things like, you know, talking about Voldemort's regime and how terrifying it was to be like in that time. You didn't know who to trust, and people weren't acting of their own accord. They were acting under the Imperius curse and all this stuff. And I just think what a frightening time to have children, to be alive anyway. But I mean, obviously it's not real, but what a frightening time to try and keep your family safe when you don't know who you can trust and you don't know, you know, who's on your side, and you could come home at any minute and there could be the dark mark above your house and you know what you're going to find inside, and it just sounds awful. And so like reading that as a young adult, you know, I was like, or like a kid, I was just kind of like, wow, that's really scary. And now as a parent, I'm like, man, that's so frightening. That's so frightening. It did make me think though, as far as Voldemort goes, was he like, did everybody fear Voldemort or only people in Britain? Because I know Fantastic Beasts happens in New York, right? And Fantastic Beasts is like Newt Scamander wrote the book Fantastic Beasts, and I'm totally getting off on a tangent here, but I was just thinking the other day, so was Voldemort feared all over the world, or was he only feared in Britain? Because everybody says that he was like the worst, most powerful wizard to ever live other than Dumbledore. But I'm thinking, does that include like the entire world? But I mean, it must, because Beauxbaton and Durmstrang in Goblet of Fire, you know, wherever they came from, obviously, Voldemort was a problem as well. But I don't know. I don't know if the United States was just kind of like, but to be honest, I haven't watched the Fantastic Beasts. I've only watched the first one, and it kind of sort of, did Dumbledore fear him? I think he probably did to a degree, just because I think it's realistic that he probably did, but I don't think he feared him as much as other people did, simply because he had a greater understanding of kind of life in general. And I think he just kind of like we talked about earlier today, like he knew that Voldemort really he was powerful, but he wasn't a god. He was a man that had gone really, really far off of the path. And in book 6, when and I don't remember how they did this in the movie, but Harry and Dumbledore go into the Pensive a lot of times to learn about Voldemort's past. And Harry doesn't know this at the time, but Dumbledore is prepping him for his Horcrux search. But it shows when Voldemort is growing up and when he works at Borgin and Burke's when he's like 16, or no, not 16, I'm sorry. He's like 18, like right out of school. And he, he's this good looking, charming kid that got top marks and everything. And he's working for Borgin and Burke's, but it's because he was looking for things to make into Horcruxes. And then when he returns to the school and asks for a job, that's when he's like changed and he looks different and everything. And Dumbledore tells him, you know, I can't do that. I can't give you a job here. I can't let you start building building an army within the walls of this school. I don't know. If he ever does fear Voldemort, he never shows it. He's very, very cordial and he's really kind, and he never calls Voldemort Voldemort. He calls him Tom. So I think Harry does too, actually, in book 7. I think Harry, when he finally faces him, he calls him Tom. But, hey, Furman, how are you? Yeah, Dipper. Dipper's my favorite. I love Dipper so much. He makes me so happy. I love Mabel too, but I love Dipper. Like, I love Mabel in a different way. Mabel is like which is funny because I think I probably am more like Mabel just because I'm super crazy and kind of like, I'm just a real extrovert and I just love people. But Dipper holds a very special place in my heart because I don't know. He's just such a great character. And I think it's really great that they had a male protagonist that wasn't kind of like Harry Potter, that wasn't like super tall and buff and lean, and he wasn't amazing. I mean, he was only 12, I think. They're 12, but he was just, he was kind of the nerdy kid, but he was really smart, and they made that cool. And I think that's great. I think more people and more girls in particular need to have that kind of role model for somebody who's going to treat them well and treat them right. And you don't always have to go after the freaking bad boy at your school. Go for a Dipper. He's going to treat you better. Maybe Voldemort is scared to take the plane ride to the USA because of the Delta variant. You know what somebody told me? No, I read this online somewhere. They said, I know why Voldemort is bald. It's so nobody can take his hair and use it in Polyjuice Potion. Oh my gosh. I think they're right. And then I read somebody else said something like potions, love potions. No, what was it? It was like a love potion. Voldemort is incapable of loving because his mom used a love potion to make his father fall in love with her. Something like that. You know what's interesting? Charlotte, I just found the whole Harry Potter collection on the Switch, the Lego Harry Potter collection, on sale for like $12. That's like, or normally it's like a $60 collection. So I got it on sale and Charlotte's been playing it nonstop and she loves it. But she's asking me all these questions and she's like, but Mama, why does he have two faces? But Mama, why does this happen? Where did this three-headed dog come from? What's a mandrake? Who's the bad guy? And I was like, man, we have got to start reading these books. My goodness. But she's 7 and I don't know. It's not that I don't think she'll understand the story. I just think the chapters are too long. But I told her we could try because I've heard of many kids starting Harry Potter when they're 8. I guess it depends on the kid. But yeah, I mean, I like these role models of like Harry and Ron and the Weasley twins and like Dipper, these kids and like the kids in Stranger Things, they're not the cool kids. They're, oh yeah, I can.
Apparently I need to make more. There's only 4 ounces in there.
Okay. Okay, well, apparently I'm on feeding duty, so I'm going to feed this baby. I just think it's important, not that there's anything wrong with the football player and not that there's anything wrong with the, kind of, super good-looking, popular kids, but we just need to normalize other love interests, I feel like. Speaking of Stranger Things, aren't there teasers for Stranger Things now, season 4? I'm going to have to watch those. Some say 10 is a good time to start. I mean, if you really think about it, like the first 2 books are, pretty easy going. Like there's no, oh, Charlotte today was like, why is Mrs. Norris frozen? She can't move. She's frozen. Who did that? I was like, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't want to spoil anything, but at the same time, like she's playing through the games for Pete's sake. Hey, it's Scarumbo. How are you, Scarumbo? The only thing I fear more than Voldemort is the PS1 version of Hagrid. Oh my gosh. You are correct, my friend. Wow, yeah. No, they have definitely made some leaps and bounds where Hagrid is concerned, haven't they? Oh my gosh. Oh, Hagrid. I love Hagrid so much. And I hate that it's Hagrid at the very end that has to carry a Harry he thinks is dead. Oh, the look on his face is just awful. I can't even imagine. But yeah, like I said, I think it's cool to normalize I don't want to say nerdy kids, but like the scholarly kids, the kids who do their homework, the kids who, spend time in the library, things like that. I don't think that should ever be frowned upon.
Good news,
I think.
everyone.
Ooh, Scorpio. There goes Scorpio, man. Oh, it's September, isn't it? Yeah, it is September. Man, I forget about these things. I only stream twice a week, and I'm kind of not on the up and up. Are we just thirsty? Once I finish this bottle, we'll get over to my farm. I told Ander because Ander is cooking dinner right now, and I've been there having to cook dinner and feed her and like get her to bed and trying to do all of those things at the same time. So I was like, I can feed her on stream if you just bring me a bottle. But how's it going, Scorpio and Scarambo? Everybody that's here? Everybody's hanging out? It's actually because of you, Scorpio, that I decided to wear my Halloween costume. Because I was just like, woo, goodness. I only get to wear it once a year, so I thought I spent the money on it. I might as well wear it while I stream. Dipper watering his plants. Oh, a sick kid? That sucks. I am so sorry. I totally feel you on that. Okay, now I have to I missed something. Hold on. I heard Harry does destroy the Elder Wand in the book. I think what does he do with the Elder Wand? He repairs his own wand, and then I think he either breaks it, or no, does he put it back where it belongs? Does he give it back to Dumbledore and put it in the tomb where it was? And he says that the trail ends here. I can't quite remember, but I do remember that he fixes his own wand first, because that's the wand he wants. That's the wand that he wants, because that's the one that's always been there for him, and he's devastated when it's broken. But it also helped him, saved his life multiple times. I think that was another part that hit me hard as a parent was Cedric's death, and when the Priori Incantatum happens and all of the ghosts of the people Voldemort has killed start coming out of his wand, the shadows, or echoes, I think Dumbledore calls them. And Cedric comes out and he says, "Take my body back to my parents and tell them what happened." Something about that he was only how old was Cedric? 17? 16? And 14-year-old me was so just rocked by that huge bomb, because I'd never read a book that just randomly, it happened so suddenly and abruptly, and it was just so cold and awful. And 14-year-old me was like, he's 16, what are you thinking? And then of course there are far more deaths to follow in the stories, but I was just so shocked that she would kill off a 16-year-old or whatever, and with no preamble, with nothing. And Dumbledore says to the school, I'm going to catch up on chat here in a second because I can't take my hand off this, this bottle. He says, if any of you are given the choice between what is right and what is easy, remember what happened to a good boy, a friendly boy, a person who did all the right things because he crossed across the path of Lord Voldemort. And he just, wants to make these kids aware that it's not as black and white as you think it is. And there's going to come a time where you have to make a choice. Hagrid is a great role model. Are you kidding? Hagrid is awesome. Yeah, okay, there's the monster thing. But ultimately, he's a great role model, Hagrid. He's awesome. I love Hagrid so much. And Stephen Fry, if any of you listen to the Stephen Fry audiobook, he does a great Hagrid. Great Hagrid. Okay. I'm sorry your kid is sick, Scorpio. That sucks. That is never a good time. Seriously. We need more Hagrids and Dippers in the world. Agreed. Our astronaut. Oh, that's so cute. Are you guys all three going as astronauts together? That's what I wanted to do, a Gravity Falls theme, but I don't know if Anders even going to be there. But Charlotte wants to go as Bill, because my child wants to go as the bad guy. You don't see any Voldemorts running around, do you? Well, no. What I'd like is she finished. I don't know if she wants any more. She seemed kind of, but we can try. No fever, just wildly congested. I hear that. You know what I started doing for Charlotte when she was congested? They don't fit super well, but I started putting Breathe Right strips on her, and that actually really helped. Breathe Right strips and a humidifier and melatonin. Knock them out. That's what I do. If I've got a really bad cold, just take a sleeping pill, man. Just knock me out. Totally. Oh, I see. Okay, so Michael, that he does destroy. Oh, got it. Okay, I see that correction. Yes, no, he doesn't. That's right. He doesn't destroy the Elder Wand in the movie or in the books. I think he puts them back. He puts it back in, do you want any more of this? he puts it back in Dumbledore's tomb, I believe, and he's like, all right, this is where it ends, which is great. But what's interesting is when the trio are talking about the Deathly Hallows, Harry says, well, it's obvious which one is the best. And then at the same time, they all say a different Hallow. Harry says the stone, Ron says the wand, and Hermione says the cloak. And that just kind of goes to show you, the differences. And I've also picked up Ron early on shows. I love Ron. And I would love to be a Weasley. I would take Ron. I would take any Weasley but Percy. I would take any Weasley but Percy. But Ron shows early on that he has a really hard time fighting temptation and fighting off kind of outer forces, because he has a really hard time. He can't throw off the Imperius Curse in book 4 when Moody uses it on him. Most of the kids can't, but Ron can't. And he also is very affected by Fleur Delacour, who's part Vila. And it just kind of reminds me of when he gets the Horcrux and he can't shake the Horcrux off either. He just shows more weakness in that area than Harry or Hermione. But obviously he's got strengths in other areas. To be honest, I think the movies kind of did Ron dirty. Ron kind of was this kind of like plucky comic relief, kind of like, moo, but actually who always wanted to eat all the time. But actually Ron gives a lot to the story, and Harry would not have made it without either him or Hermione at all. Harry was kind of an idiot, actually. And actually, I made a post on Reddit once that said, on the Harry Potter Reddit, that said, why didn't Harry use after all the practice Harry used to get on the summoning charm in book 4, why didn't he use it when he dropped that egg down the hall? And then he dropped his map in the middle of the night, and then Snape found the map, Moody found the map, Moody used it. I mean, it almost ruined everything. And somebody answered and said, Harry has never thought like a wizard. He wasn't raised with it, so he just doesn't think like a wizard. He wanted to dig Dobby's grave like a muggle. His magic was never his first thought in any like panicky situation. Also, he's 14. And I was like, yeah, well, okay, hold on. Now like I said, I'm missing. Okay. Just me and my daughter. Oh, my wife is leaving for work. Oh, 2 months. I am so sorry to hear that. That's hard. Yeah, your little one, she'll feel better. They always do. Just those nights are really, really long. The cloak is useful. Let's not lie. The cloak is really, really useful. But I don't know. I think I would probably rather have the cloak. I wouldn't want a wand that everybody else wanted. Wake up and have my throat slit. I think so. She seems to just kind of be mouthing it. You can try again, but she's probably fine. Okay. Which one would I have? I think I would probably have the cloak. Because the stone, while that's cool, it doesn't, I mean, because when Harry drops it, they all disappear anyway. So it's not like, well, and like the Hallows say, here, hold on. Let me switch over to our farm. Like the Hallows say, when he brings, like when the third brother uses the stone and he brings the girl back that he loves, she's not the same. She doesn't belong there. She's just an echo. So in my opinion, I think the cloak is really the only practical thing to have, because nobody's after you. And you don't want to bring somebody. If I could bring somebody back and they would be like normal and happy and we could like spend time together, then sure. And obviously Harry brought the people back when he needed them, and they helped him in the moment that he needed them. But it would probably just drive me crazy to have, I don't know. It's raining again. Good times. Parsnips. Oh, sweet. And beans. Nice. And potatoes. Oh, sweet. Look at this, guys. Got some foodsies. Some of these need to go to the community center. Yes. It's the 18th. What else can I plant? What I really need is wood. I need to build a coop. We got to get naming some animals after food. If I do say so myself. But I can't get my horse. Oh, I gotta upgrade my axe. But first I have to, oh man, there's so much stuff I have to do. Great Scott. Great googly moogly. How do you guys feel about Chris Pratt playing Mario? That was quite the announcement. Of all the people, why didn't they just use the original guy? Honestly, I would love to have a Marauders map just to scare people I live with. Yes, I'm that evil. Well, a Marauders map. Wow, that is wrong. I have always wanted one of the Marauders map like scarves that they sell on Etsy.
I think you're really cool. I like you a lot.
Hey, gun. Gun 8. Oh, I don't. Gun 9. Gun 10. Oh, I think we just got bot followed, y'all. Here. Shh.
Hey, I think you're really cool.
Stop it. Yeah, I think we just got bot followed. I was just watching a video on that the other day. And they were like, this is how you stop that. And I was like, that probably won't happen to me. There you go. Chris Pratt. Oh, that is true. He did do a great job in the Lego movies. I love Emmett. Emmett is like, he is so great. I love Emmett so much. I remember seeing the Lego movie for the first time in theaters and being like, this movie is a level of cleverness I can't even fathom. Like, the writing in it is absolutely fantastic. What?
What I found is that shirt.
What? Oh, thank you. That's right. I remembered those were in there when we got home, and I realized I didn't use them the whole drive home.
Doing Stardew Valley.
I am doing Stardew Valley. Love you, babe. Thanks. Yeah, Charlotte wants to be the bad guy.
Get your Dipper shirt.
I did. Does it look like Dipper's shirt? Everybody in chat says so.
There they go, your Dipper.
Yeah. Dipper. They might have been afraid of falling into a cultural stereotype with the original Mario verse. When I read that on the thread, I think, oh, what? Come on. Man, we got all sorts of things happening in here, don't we? All sorts of people coming in. Oh, dang it. I think he will bring some depth. I don't know. I mean, he'll probably do fine. Maybe they were afraid of that. I don't know. I think he did great with the Lego movies as well. I didn't love the second Lego movie quite as much as the first one, but I did really love the first one. We've got an ad starting in 5 minutes, y'all, just FYI. Oh, this is a cutscene. Welcome to Pierre's. How can I help you? I've been here before. Oh, what? Is he wearing a cape? Who is this? Oh, it's you. Ahem. What the heck, man? Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at Joja Mart. 50%. I got the tickets. Coupons. Well, any takers?
Did you mean for this to be a bunch of cup noodles?
No, I thought it was all. Ramen noodles.
You were wrong.
But I can't match those prices. I'd be selling at a loss. Sorry, Pierre, my dude. I'll still shop here, but I can't pay your bills. It must be so difficult for you to lose your loyal customers like that. But can you blame them? Joja Corporation is clearly the superior choice. Soon the whole town will realize that you are a bad, bad little man, and nasty little fellows like yourself always get their comeuppance. Always. What? We've got another backpack? How much is this? 10,000. Wow, that is like, I can't. Nope. Parsnip seeds. I don't know how many parsnip seeds I need, but I'll take 20. Shoot, I wish I could come in here and be like, I'll take them all. I don't have enough money to do that right now. Sell them all to me. I'll take them all. Clean Pierre out. I've actually wondered why they haven't done Nintendo movies in the past. Or like Nintendo TV shows. But I don't know. I mean, I know they did a Mario Brothers movie forever ago. But I don't know. Who knows? We got a bean. We got a parsnip. Oh, yeah. We just need a cauliflower. I wasn't super disappointed in the direct. I thought the direct had, we'll take the lot. Oh, that is a Harry Potter thing, isn't it? No. Is it? I just remember Harry buys all 3 of them omnioculars. I do remember that. Oh, that's right. Doesn't he buy all of the stuff on the very first day on the train on the Hogwarts Express? He buys all the food for him and Ron. Bless him. I just love all their individual character traits and all their individual, you know, like, they're all so different from each other, but they complement each other really well. And they're realistic too. Like the whole spiel when Ron is angry with Harry because he thinks he entered the Goblet of Fire, like the Triwizard Tournament, on his own. I get so frustrated. Wow. I get so frustrated with Ron, but at the same time, I'm like, gosh, I can kind of, like, I feel that. I totally understand why he is so frustrated and why, you know, he feels so angry and so frustrated. And Hermione is the one that's like, Harry, isn't it obvious? Like, he's jealous. Anyway. Ever the level-headed one, right? Hermione. But Hermione also makes her own mistakes, too. She turns into a cat, you know? That was a kind of an unforeseen thing. They all have, like, none of them are perfect, which is great, because a lot of times in books, you know, they're like, oh, well, this person's never going to do any wrong. But they all have their faults, and they all make mistakes, and none of them are perfect. How many do we have? 6? This is some good farming music. I don't really know. See, like I said, I'm not a crop grower really when I play Stardew. I am much more of a, ooh, I'm running out of steam. I am much more of a livestock farmer, but I need lots of wood. Nintendo has been notorious for being overprotective of their IP. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. I do get that. Like, I've always, like, actually, to be honest, I've always wondered why they never did a Calvin and Hobbes show. Or, like, yeah, like a cartoon or something. I always thought that would translate so well into a cartoon, but... Oh, Popinski! I will. Turning into a cat sounds like a dream. No worries, just naps and being praised. Ugh. I can drink through a straw properly, like a person. I don't know, I guess it depends on who you live with, because if somebody doesn't like you as a cat, then you're not going to get praise. But if somebody doesn't like a cat, they shouldn't get a cat. Like, we're not really cat people. J-Hops has a cat. He has a really sweet cat from the sound of it. Yeah, I'll take these little berries. Salmon berry. I'm pretty sure somebody, Ander had, when he worked at Outback Steakhouse years and years and years ago as a server. Hello. I snuck into the caves last night and got a nasty cut from a rock crab. Don't tell anyone, okay? You got it. I'm not gonna tell anybody that you got a cut from a rock crab. Nope, that is not my business. But thanks for telling me. Appreciate that. I mean, we must be semi-close if you feel that you feel like you can tell me. I mean, whatever. Sneaking into the caves, there's no way. You couldn't pay me enough money. No way, no how. Good cat, but allergic to literally everything. That's right. I do remember that. I do recall that. Oh no, you're soaked. Yeah. How much is it for a coop again? Okay, so I just need more money. Okay. I guess I should talk to these people. So are Maru and... I plan on spending a lot of time with my telescope this summer. Cool. How's the farming business going? It's parsnip season, isn't it? You bet. I can imagine it being pretty peaceful, working outdoors with plants all day. Yes. I think so. It's going all right, Popinski. How are you? What was I going to do? I guess I should probably do some fishing. I can't believe September's almost over. Like, it's like Charlotte the other day was like, Mama, Auden's going to be 7 months next month. And I was like, oh my gosh, she totally is. What? That's insane. I feel like that went by so fast and yet so slow at the same time. I'm sure Scorpio feels that. Your wife's going to be gone for 2 months? That's hard. That's really hard. I have been catching lots of largemouth bass. Tournament-sized largemouth bass. According to Ander. Oh, I asked Ander if there was such a thing as a 32-inch shad. And he was like, it depends on the type of shad. I thought shad were always really, really small because they're bait fish. But I guess some species of shad can actually get up to like 20 to 30 inches. And I was like, that is a monster shad. He said, yeah, I know. I was like, I thought I was all like educated, and told my chat, I was like, oh yeah, no, shad do not get that big. They are bait fish. They are small. Apparently it depends on the species. But I don't know. I act like I know a lot about fishing, but I really don't. Largemouth. Yes. Just dandy. Yeah, the cat is allergic to like literally everything. Mm-hmm. Dandy is a very good way to be. Ander likes to throw words around, like when he worked for Wells Fargo, he was a teller at Wells Fargo for, I think it was like 2 years or something. And people would be like, he'd say, hey, how are you doing? People would be like, good, how are you? And he'd be like, stupendous. I always caught people off guard. Now, a 42-inch carp should just be put out of its misery, honestly. Carp are so nasty. Ooh. Bah. Nasty, nasty fish. And I'm pretty sure I made my little person eat one raw to get some energy. So bad. Ooh. Yeah, we're just chilling out with some Stardew Valley before. Oh, when I logged onto Twitch today, there was somebody streaming Dead Space, and I was like, man, that is so stressful. I could never play that game. A warm rain is a pleasant way to get clean. I mean, yeah. You also live right outside this little lake, river. But okay, that's fine. Teach their own, I guess. Do I have... Yes. No. Yes. Yes. I guess we'll see about this Nintendo movie. I personally was really disappointed in the Direct with there not being any Silk Song. I was really disappointed about that. Oh, sweet. However, I am really excited about being able to play, because I've been wanting to play Ocarina of Time and possibly Majora's Mask and Banjo-Kazooie. We've totally talked about this. And so hopefully this will give me a way to do it. But like J-Hop said on Discord the other day, we just hope they don't like price gouge and be like, oh yeah, this is going to be $50 a month for you to play Ocarina of Time. Because right now I don't have any way to play it unless I emulated it, but I don't think my computer could handle emulating that game and streaming it at the same time. Tendies, you gotta move, buddy. Thank you. Tendies. Tendies. Oh! I can craft a stone fence, I can make a mayonnaise machine, and I get a sprinkler. Sweet. No, I can craft a sprinkler. I want to be a fisherwoman. I didn't see any like new announced games that excited me though. But yeah, the idea of being able to play the Nintendo 64 games and then the Sega games, that was pretty cool. But they have a really cheap streaming service, so I'm hoping that they still keep it relatively affordable. I think I still have a Nintendo Online membership, even though I literally never use it. So I should probably... Oh, dang it. Ugh. I need to upgrade my axe. But in order to upgrade my axe, I need smelting stuff. Bars. Who dis? From? Farmer Susie. I have a request for you. I need fresh cauliflower for a recipe I want to make. Could you bring me one? Yes, Jody. I'm actually growing cauliflower right now, although I don't know if it's gonna be done in time. Wow, how long do I have for that? Oh, just anytime. Okay, just anytime. Guess who's starring Princess Peach? Is that the girl from... I seem to recall the Queen's Gambit. She's a very interesting looking woman. Is that who I'm thinking of? I'm hesitant to recommend naming an animal Worcestershire sauce. I think we should just name it Worcestershire. Or just Worsh for short. Oh my gosh. I've never seen the Queen's Gambit. I've heard good things about it though. That's the actress I'm thinking of, right? I'll be honest, I don't really know exactly how she sounds. Because I've never seen the Queen's Gambit. I've been getting a lot of recommendations for on YouTube of scenes from Little Women, though, oddly. It's kind of strange. I don't have any seeds. Yes, okay. That is who I thought it was. Oh, sweet. I just don't watch shows at all. I scroll through my Instagram and there are so many. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a clue who any actors or actresses are these days anymore. Whenever award shows happen and there are pictures of these actors and actresses all over social media, I'm like, who the fruit are these people? I don't know any of these people. I know Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is, because he's in Dune. I guess he was in Little Women too. But man, everybody loves him. He does have a jawline that could like grate cheese. Let's call it what it is. I need money. Oh gosh, I have enough money. Sweet. The most recent version of Little Women. The one with Hermione and Meryl Streep, I think. I haven't seen it, but yes, you are correct. There are like multiple versions. The only Little Women I've seen was the one with Winona Ryder. And I don't remember much about it. I just remember my mom crying and crying and crying in the theater when one of the sisters passes away. And I remember as a kid being like shocked and kind of horrified that my mom was like sobbing. But of course I was little. So that came out when I was in like first or second grade, because we were living in Idaho at the time and I was in Idaho for first and second grade. That's when I saw The Sandman, which totally messed me up, screwed me up. Then with the Super Show, it was great, but such a one-dimensional portrayal. So I think it's a good chance to bring the character some character. I need sleep. I know what you meant, though. That's okay. I totally get it. I know what you meant. Oh, okay. Growing up with Mario, he had no real personality or motivation beyond what we saw. It's true. And even in like Super Mario Odyssey, you see a little more of his personality, you know? Okay, I am building this. Coop! Where do I put my coop? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter right now because I can move it. We'll just put it right here. Sure, why not? That's fine. Okay, I'll start working on your new coop first thing tomorrow morning. I'm gonna need that now, Robin. If you please. Okay, so now I have a whopping $922 gold left. Guess I need to do more fishing. Oh, I guess I could go down to the beach, collect stuff on the beach. I know what you meant. Character needs more character. That is okay. As long as we understand what you meant, it is okay. I had a teacher who used to say that. So he would say something and a student would be like, that's not a word. And he'd be like, did you understand what I said? What I meant? They'd be like, well, yeah. He'd go, then it doesn't matter. And I was like, well, it kind of does. You are a teacher. Ew, it's boiled beet night again. Gross. My dad loves beets. I do not. That does remind me. I just saw an interview with the guy who plays Dwight from The Office. I don't know how many of you guys are Office fans. I am an Office fan, but I actually stopped watching The Office after season... When was it that the printers started, like, exploding? Do I have 300 pieces? Oh, not anymore. Or they started smoking or whatever. It just kind of lost its sparkle for me and Ander. But we watched all the way up until then religiously. We loved The Office, but the actor who plays Dwight was being interviewed, and he was like, you know, I really love Office fans, but I also hate Office fans, because if I ever like post a tweet or something about going and eating out, they'll be like, what'd you have, beets? Is that beet soup before you? Like, are you gonna eat beets? Are there beets in it? He's like, really, guys? Come on. Or if you post a picture with his wife, they'll be like, how, what? I got a flounder. They'll say things like, what does Angela think of that? And they think they're being funny, and they're just not. I mean, I get it, but it just, he was like, come on, guys. My cousin was in Hollywood for years, and she was oftentimes harassed by people who said she was really short. They were like, wow, you're really short. You don't look that short on camera. Beep, I got a sardine. Oh, hello. Hey, I think I want to marry you. The fresh air of this valley is good for body and mind. A quick stroll outdoors always invigorates me. What does he write? Poetry? Romance. I guess they're both kind of the same thing. Or they can be the same thing. Oh no. I missed it. Little Women about 4 American sisters, but featuring by 3 British actresses. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Teacher is right. Language is fluid and arbitrary. Only a tool for meaning. I agree. I was like, yeah, we all understood what you meant. No, 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 no. You're making me miss my fish. Gee, dang it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say those are not real people. Unless they, like, come out and say something in chat and they're like, hey, I actually am a real person. I'm a real boy. Charlotte just watched Pinocchio the other day for the first time ever. I haven't seen Pinocchio in years. I remembered zippity zap about that. Zippity zap. Ugh. Okay, well, after this tonight, obviously, I have to go and make some changes to my bot business. I just think I'm such a small streamer. Like, why would they come after my stream? But I guess I'm just another streamer. Herring! Nasty fish. Ugh. My posture is bad. I'm not sitting up straight. This is very jazzy music to fish to. Yeah, I have to say, anchovy! Weren't we talking about anchovies last time? Anchovies on pizza. Yeah. Wait, yes, right? Those are the ones that are on pizza, right? Not sardines. I think it's anchovies. Yes. Pretty sure. I've never had an anchovy. I just don't like fish. Oh, yeah, I think Ander had a person that actually called salmon salmon. They were like, yes, can I have some salmon? And he was like, yes. Yes, you can. I've had many people tell me that the salmon at Outback Steakhouse is some of the best fish out there. And I still don't like it. People are like, oh, well, you obviously haven't had good fish. That's why you don't like fish. Hey, man. Sam's trying to do a kickflip. Good luck with that, buddy. I need to give... Is Jody his mom? I think Jody is his mom. Oh, did I... Oh. I forgot to mention when my ad ran. Dang it. Sorry, guys. I had like a little spiel. Be like, hey, just FYI, an ad's gonna run really fast. It's only a minute. Trying to make a good first impression. Okay, there's my coop. I wish you could speed up time. I guess you kind of can. You can like go to bed and then just wake up and then just go to bed again. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do I need any of these in the community center? Fish tank, river, no. Crab pot, ocean, lake fish. What's that fish? Oh, a sturgeon. Right. Right. Sturgeon are weird. Isn't it sturgeon eggs that are caviar, though? I think in my last playthrough of Stardew Valley, I had, like, tons and tons and tons of... What were those things that were making caviar for me? I think I had a sturgeon pond. Yes, I think I had a sturgeon pond. You know what? I lied. I was gonna go fish, but I'm not. I'm actually gonna... Chilean sea bass? Sea bass? Sea bass. Sea bass? That's funny you say that because Andrew and I just had a conversation about Chilean sea bass. Do you know Chilean sea bass? Okay, I have to look this up or else I'm gonna botch this name. That is actually not what the fish is called. Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you. Bless you. Okay, Chilean sea bass. Real name. Wow, I can type. I just bought a new phone today, guys. I'm really excited. It's an iPhone 8. But still, it's better than my iPhone 6S, which I've had for, what, 6 years? Okay, so the Chilean sea bass is one of the most sought-after fish in the world. But its real name is called the Patagonian toothfish. So apparently they couldn't put toothfish on. Hey, it's Cage! Oh, I'm sorry, Cage. Well, we love you, Cage. We love Cage. We love Cage. I was just telling Katie how much it bums me out that we don't live closer together. I wish I could hang out with her more often. Yeah, apparently the toothfish was just not cool enough to put on menus for like swanky restaurants. So they just decided to come up with a completely different name for the fish. And they named it the Chilean sea bass. And it's an ugly fish too. It's really ugly. But it is apparently, like that article said, one of the most sought after fish in the world. So obviously you are not alone, James. James, are you on our Discord? You would really like, you would have a good time on our Discord. We have a good time there. Talk about books and movies. The link will pop up here any minute. I can also put it up there as well. Because I feel like I saw something. Oh, my life is low. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this tree. That is, ooh. What time is it, 4:50? Well, it's time to turn in. I've had this headache. Okay, wait, please Google image search sheep's head fish with human-like teeth. What? Do I need to Google this like on stream? Do you guys need to see this all together at the same time? Oh, I need to go take things to Gunther. You know, I feel like the first artifact, the first dwarf scroll is the one I could never find in my other playthroughs of this game. I had the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or however many there were, but I could never get number 1. Ooh, I better start like making this stuff. Wow, I made 1,500 gold on flowers. Nice. That is fancy. I miss the days when I was pulling in like 20,000 a night instead of just 2,000. Wow, it's raining again? 'Tis the season. I'm sorry, Cage. That is a bummer. Headaches are no fun. Here's Robin, stalwart, working out here in the rain. Bless her. Okay, what is this fish? It's the sheep's head with human teeth. It sounds horrifying. Whoa. Something just... No, this isn't a... I'm hearing strange sounds coming out of my farm. What is going on in my farm? I'm hearing like clinks. Do you guys hear those clinks? Because I'm hearing clinks. It's freaking me out. Who else is on my farm? What can I craft? Okay. I can craft... I don't need that yet. There's my Discord. I feel like I thought of something the other day that I was going to tell you, James, and I was like, oh, I can write that. Oh, no, he's not on Discord. There was something that I popped up that I wanted to tell you. Oh, how much? What is this? Copper bar, iron bar. Apparently we need to head to the mines. We're heading to the mines. 7:20. Let's head to the mines. It's raining anyway. Let's head to the mines. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well, I had a parent-teacher conference with Charlotte's teacher, and she says there have been 0 tears for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. We are making progress. Even if she gets a little teary in the morning, like when she says goodbye to me, she's not teary by the time she makes it to class. Hallelujah. Okay. Shoot, I should have brought... I've only made it to level 5. Wow. Wow. Oh, sweet. Okay. I just want me some copper. That is Robin, my dude. What did I say? What did I call her? Oh, making that sound? But I don't feel like I've ever heard her make like a clink sound. I've only ever heard her make that dull thunk with her hammer. That is Robin. At first I thought maybe I got her name wrong because that is not the first time that's happened. I have definitely botched some names this playthrough for sure. You'd think I would remember their names. It took me years to... What? Took me years to get to that point of no tears. Good job, C Prime. Yeah, she really loves school. I mean, she won't really tell me that, but I know she's enjoying herself. I know she is. But she's just... Well, and even today, so like at church, she has gone to primary where all the kids go. She's gone to primary for years without me, and she's been just fine. And then today, I happened to be the one that took her. Most of the time, she just goes by herself, but my mother-in-law was there, so I handed baby girl to her. And I was like, come on, Charlotte, let's go. And I just thought I would walk her down there. And Charlotte got super teary when I said goodbye, but I was thinking, you do this on your own. I don't know. It's just this whole idea of saying goodbye, regardless of what it is. She just does not like saying goodbye. And Andrew was like, she's going to have such a hard time going off to college, which, by the way, reminds me, Charlotte has assured me that she is never getting married. She's never moving away. She's never getting a job, and she's never going to college. She's just going to stay here where I can take care of her for her whole entire life. What am I, 9? Oh, okay. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Do I have a cherry bomb? No, I don't. Dang it. Bombs are the best. I learned that during my last playthrough when I was trying to get down to level 100 in Skull Caves. Bombs where it's at. The mega bombs. Oh man, my energy is not gonna... Oh, hello. I need a ladder. Oh man, I'm gonna pass out. Ooh! I got a femur! That is really random. Oh, that's what it means. Okay, at the very beginning of this playthrough, I chose to change up the rewards you get in the mines. Those are the rewards that they're talking about. Wow, it is 11:50 a.m. and I already need to go to bed. I want to be like Char when I grow up. Don't we all? That childlike confidence. Her teacher said she's doing really, really well. And she said we haven't had any tears and she's doing really, really well. Oh, thank goodness. And I keep reminding her that someday when Auden starts school, she's going to feel scared too. But then Charlotte is going to be able to be the one to walk her to class and hold her hand and walk her to class. There she is, working away. Working away. Well, I have... Shoot. My dinky little, tiny little, what's it called? Sprinkler is not going to do me a whole lot of good with this setup. So let's hold off on the sprinkler. Oh, I could have made a cherry bomb down there. Gee, dang it. Furnace, that's what I need. That's what I want. Oh, I can only make one. Well, one is better. So is the femur the bone that, what's his face? Brian Regan talks about breaking, cracking is like some of the worst pain in the world or something like that. There's like breaking your femur and then there's childbirth. He tells this story about going into the emergency room and how they asked him what the problem was and he couldn't really tell them what the problem was, or he tried to tell them what the problem was. And so they gave him morphine. And he was like walking around the hospital being like, say 8. Why does my controller keep disconnecting? I don't understand. He kept walking around going, say 8, say 8, say 8, say 8. He was high. Oh, I have. I'm going to put this in here. I've got a bunch of sap that I don't need because it is dangerous. Oh, that's done. That's cool. Am I getting money for this? No. No, I am not. I need... How many of those do I need? Oh, I know what I'm doing. What is this? What? Do I take that to Gunther? Oh, what? It is a weapon? I'm using a bone as a weapon? Oh, wow. Now, hold on just one second. Okay, but it's slower. I'm using a bone. Bye, Furman. Thank you for being here. Adios, my friend. Until next time. Well, my energy is like hecka low, so I can't really do anything. Do I have what I need to make the field snack? Here's Tundies. Tundies is a good boy. Field snack. Acorn, maple seed, pine cone. Do I have any of those? I don't think so. And I don't have enough energy to cut down trees to get them. Oh. Okay, I'll go to Gunther and I will give him some business stuff. You know, I actually noticed with my Switch, so I set my Joy-Cons in to be repaired because my left joystick was causing problems and my right joystick was also causing problems. Or no. The right, oh, hello. It never rains in Calico Desert. That's where my friend Sandy lives. I wish I could have visited her today. Well, the bus isn't working. So even if it wasn't raining, the right Joy-Con wouldn't stay like connected via Bluetooth to the Switch, so I couldn't play it not connected to the actual Switch itself. Taking a break? Yes. How do I tell him? I'm actually... Whoa, hello. I'm actually too tired to do anything. This is such a small town. You can't avoid meeting everyone. I wonder what it's like to live in the city. So... I sent them in, they repaired them, they sent them back to me, and now my left Joy-Con, like my joystick works, and I haven't tested out the wireless capabilities yet, but they said, you know, both of them were repaired, but now the left Joy-Con just disconnects while it's even connected to the actual system. Like if I'm playing handheld, it just disconnects. So, but I can't imagine, so that's why I'm slightly worried about my Pro controller disconnecting, but that wouldn't have anything to do with the Joy-Cons. And I didn't send in my Switch, so how would... I wonder if it was that update. Something wonky with the update. Hello. maybe I should cook something new and exciting today. Something spicy. Okay, note to self, Leah likes things that are spicy. Cool, cool. I will remember that. Still kind of reeling over the fact that I've got this femur that is a weapon. I legitimately thought it was an artifact. Because you get bones as artifacts. Oh, is the sale lady here? What day is it? Saturday? Doesn't she come on specific days? I think she comes on like Tuesday. No. Fridays and... maybe it's just Fridays. I can't remember. She has like a specific day she comes. I forget about her. I need to check her. Well, I wasted some time. Didn't waste any time. I got some things done despite my incredibly low energy. Do I have more? Oh, I do. Would you look at that? Name one horror I will never watch again. Well, the fact is I haven't seen many horror movies. One horror I will never watch again. Attendees, this has happened before. You know what's interesting? I actually really, really liked... the first time I saw it, it made me want to die, and I thought I was going to die of fright. But I've watched it multiple times since then. I really actually kind of weirdly enjoyed the movie The Ring. But the first time I watched it, it was the scariest... it still is, to this day, probably the scariest movie I've ever seen. However, I was able to kind of pick apart, like, oh, here's a cauliflower. It's ready. Now the question is, do I give that to Jody? No, I finished the bundle at the community center. She can wait. Jody. That's right. That's who I'm giving it to? Jody? You'd think... I haven't seen The Ring in a very, very long time because it still kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I appreciate the writing and I appreciate all the symbolism in it. But the first time I saw it, it was easily the scariest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Totally. Horror movie that I'll never watch again. Does it have to be a movie? Because I don't think I could ever watch Silent Hill, ever play Silent Hill ever again. Silent Hill gave me some serious bad vibes. Bad vibes. And there was a time when I could actually play Silent Hill, but it got to a point where I was away from it for so long and I wasn't as desensitized to it. So when I kind of saw something of it again, I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. This is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Oh, something else open it up. Bulletin, maybe? No. Oh, that's right. I just have to give them money. No, that's the safe. Okay. I don't think I could ever do Silent Hill again. I watched my brother play a little bit of the first one. I played the second one, and then I watched my brother play some of the third one. Horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. Oh, what a battery pack. Iridium. But as far as a movie goes, I don't know if I've ever seen a true... oh, I must have. What is the scariest thing you've ever seen with your eyes? A TV commercial, movie trailer. I will say the Exorcism of Emily Rose trailer absolutely wrecked me when I saw it. It just came on randomly. I think I was at Mom's house when she lived in Cherry Village. We were in that townhome. And it just came on TV randomly, and I couldn't sleep all night long. That trailer freaked me out so badly. Oh, and then Alien Resurrection. Oh, the whole end. I mean, the whole thing was awful, but the end was so nasty. I'm going to say probably The Ring. But see, I've watched that multiple times, so it's not necessarily that I don't ever want to watch it again, because I think it's a really well done movie, but like I couldn't sleep for weeks after I watched The Ring. I could not sleep. That movie freaked me out so badly. And then I think I was when I lived with, yeah, did you not get scared? You didn't get scared of The Ring, did you? Okay, I'm remembering this. You did not really get scared of The Ring. And Andrew didn't get scared of The Ring either. Oh gosh, that movie freaked me out. Someone was throwing rocks at my tent last night. I just had to wait it out. That's awful. Can I give you something, buddy? Here, have a green bean. This is a great gift. Thank you. You're welcome. You know me. It's gifting beans. Beanlets. I would honestly argue, though, that Sandman short when I was in second grade was one of the scariest things I'd ever seen. Obviously, it doesn't give me the same type of creeps now, but I don't even think I could ever watch it now. Even now, I don't think I would watch it. That and that Bill Plimpton cartoon, Your Face. Oh, that used to freak me out so badly. And granted, I was a kid, but still, like, I had the worst nightmares. But I can't really think of anything that... I've never seen any real, true horror movies. I've never seen any of the classics, by any means. I've never seen, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've never seen Halloween. I've never seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never seen any of those. Like, I know about them, and I've seen, like, clips of them, but I've never actually seen the movies themselves. I was at a friend's house where they were watching the... Oh, what? So now I have 2 Dwarf Scroll ones when I swear on my life I have always looked for those in my last playthroughs. Cool. I will never watch the Conjuring movies again. I wet my plans. You know what? I have heard that from many people. I've heard the Conjuring movies are absolutely terrifying. What other movie? My brother really loves to watch scary movies. He said The Witch was really scary. Oh, he also said The Ritual on Netflix was really frightening. And I actually I was the one who told my brother about that one. I told him about the trailer. Oh, I killed all the slimes I needed. I told my brother, oh no. Okay, bye. I told my brother about the trailer and he watched it and said it was really good. But I tried listening to the book that it was based off of and it didn't do it for me. I couldn't finish it. It just wasn't written very well. I don't watch many movies in general. Oh, I'm used to, like, way back in the day when these guys took, or like my last playthrough when these guys took like one hit with my super fancy sword. Wow, you are not dying. Okay. You can imagine the number of scary movies I've seen can probably be counting on one hand. Haven't even seen The Ring. I liked The Ring after I watched it. But when I was watching it and like the few days afterward, I legitimately was absolutely petrified. It was so scary. And the interesting thing about The Ring is there's no blood. Oh man, really? Can I make a staircase? Gee, dang it, no. I need 99 stone. Crap. Shoot, and I'm only one. I'm never gonna be able to do this. With my wimpy. Oh, but I have a bone. Got a femur. I'll take that. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll take that. It's not very fast, but you know. Just gonna go to town on these guys with a bone. That is very strange. Gosh, now you have me curious though, James. I think I'm gonna say Silent Hill. Silent Hill was such a different kind of messed up. I don't think I'll ever play Silent Hill ever again. And nor will I ever watch any playthroughs or anything because it's just like I said, it's just a different kind of messed up. It was so twisted and just demonic to me. And that doesn't even necessarily come from like a religious standpoint. I just couldn't handle the nastiness of the monsters and just kind of the gore. And so I know I could not handle Dead Space. No way, no how. I think I've told the story when my brother was like, I want to show you the beginning of Dead Space. Wow, turn around self. And I was like, yeah, okay. And he did. He showed me the beginning of Dead Space, and I was horrified, just like I knew I was going to be. And I was like, you know what? This is not fun. I'm not going to sit here and watch this. My brother was like, isn't it scary? Yes, it is. Which is why I am out. The Walking Dead gave me a pretty good scare as well. I just hadn't seen anything quite so gory. I really try to stay away from gore. I do not like gore. Wow. Yep. When they say this is slow, they are not lying. This is a slow go here. I just want to get to the next floor. How's my energy? Oh, it's not so bad. Have any of you guys seen, oh, what is it? Hellraiser. Because I'm pretty sure, oh, okay, cool. I am pretty sure I walked past some of my roommates when I was younger that were watching Hellraiser on TV. And I just walked past it. I was leaving the apartment and they were all like with their boyfriends or whatever, were all watching Hellraiser. I swear it was Hellraiser. I guess I couldn't tell you because I've never seen Hellraiser, but what I saw was, it was so horrific and nasty and disgusting. And I just remember being like, what is this? I have a feeling it was, I have a feeling it was Hellraiser. Oh. Okay, Silence of the Lambs, I agree with you. It's written really well. It's spooky. It's pretty spooky. Oh, it's, yeah, I don't know. Conjuring movies, the ghost-busting couple must get approval from the Vatican. The end credit scenes are the scariest. By the way, there's going to be an ad starting in about a minute. It'll be a minute-long ad. Just FYI, all your eyes. Wait, I need to talk to you. Oh. 27 out of 1,000? Oh, moly. Am I supposed to talk to you? Wait a minute. I thought he was gonna give me, like, let me... Oh, here. Yeah. Take that. Wooden blade. Iron dirk. 500. +2 critical chance. I don't think I'm quite ready to... I don't know if I'm quite ready. Is that with the needle face dude? Yes. Yes. I swear it was Hellraiser they were watching. And it was the most... I mean, just the short scene I saw was so gory and nasty. And I just remember being like, what? Why? 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 And I only saw like 5 seconds as I was just walking through the room. So naturally, I Wikipedia'd this plotline. Because that's what I do. I have not Wikipedia'd any of The Conjuring. I think the beginning scene of The Witch... And this is also something I have a hard time with. This is another reason I won't watch the movie It, because I am a parent of little kids. You know, Charlotte's practically Georgie's age. But I think the beginning scene of The Witch, there's a little girl and she's playing peekaboo with her brother, her little brother, who's like a baby, who's like Auden's age. And she's literally like covering her face and saying peekaboo, and he's laughing. And then she covers her face and says peekaboo, and he's gone. And I was just, I think my brother was like, yeah, the witch takes this baby. And I was like, yeah, no, nope, no way, no how. That's not my style, man. Can't do it. Can't. Nope. Nope. Get rid of my beans, my sap. I've got a mixed seed. I don't know if I have enough time to plant a mixed seed. Yes. Pinhead? Is that what he said? Pinhead? It's a very bizarre, disturbing my phone. His name is Pinhead? Okay. Yeah, I know it has something to do with like it's got some weird like sexual things in it and everything. Like it is whacked out from what I understand. But it was just nasty. Oh, it was so nasty. Oh, I need to take that to Gunther. I just couldn't. Well, and for me, that doesn't bring me joy. Like, watching stuff like that just does not bring me joy. Some people love being scared and love feeling frightening, but or like feeling like scared. I just don't like that feeling. I don't like laying in bed at night and being like, oh my gosh, something is gonna come and get me. It's gonna kill me. I don't like feeling afraid in my own home at all. They work for the church and can't do anything without the Catholic Church's knowledge and blessing. How many Conjuring movies are there? I've heard that the Conjuring movies are masterpieces in... What? Tendies is on my bed. Good night, Tendies. What? Build a coop. I get a sturdy ring. Bug steak. Wait a minute. I can craft that? I can honestly say I don't ever remember getting that recipe. What does that even do? Is that something you use to fish? No. No, bait is what you use to fish. What the heck, man? Hold on. Raising animals. Sweet. I want to go get some... Wow, it is raining again. Okay, bug steak. Can I not... Oh, can I not craft it without a... Oh, nope. Okay, wait. What the heck, man? There we go. The last resort of the hungry cave diver. I don't ever remember getting that. 3 main Conjuring movies, but they've expanded the universe that spans 11 movies. Whoa, dang. That's just what we need. More Conjuring movies. Just what we need. Oh, dang. Anything? Anything growing? Anything? Anything at all? Okay, let's go get a chicken and name it a food. I remember when the Conjuring movie, like the very first Conjuring first came out, everybody was talking about how terrifying it was. And my brother is pretty desensitized, so when he says something is really scary, I listen. But apparently my sister doesn't get as scared of things as I do. But that, you know what? That's not even that surprising. I've always been a weenie. Always, always, always. And that's okay. In high school, I always felt really uncool because I didn't like scary movies. Because, you know, everybody was like, oh my gosh, we're going to get together and watch a scary movie, you know, and cuddle up with our boyfriends or cuddle up with our crushes or whatever. And so I always felt kind of left out and like, I didn't want to, that just didn't sound fun to me. And then when I got out of high school, I realized, what the heck, man? Who cares if you don't like scary movies? Which, you know, is what we all kind of realize when we get out of high school. Like, why did we make such a big deal out of that? Why did it matter? It didn't. Oh, it's a Monday. Okay, so she should be there. Annabelle and La Llorona, the Nun and Insidious. I think I pronounced that wrong. Llorona. Isn't 2 L's the Y? La Llorona? I swear. Am I crazy? Oh, dang it. Guess I'll fish. I did have a client that came in and told me about Insidious and was like, I've literally never seen a scarier movie in my life. Insidious was so frightening. And I was like, okay, adding that to the list of things I will literally never watch. You know what? For some reason, Insidious reminds me of this, which I know it's not the same thing. Isn't that the one where it's the little boy that's haunted? It's not the house? Like there's something wrong with the little boy? Wow, I'm doing great. I don't know why this reminds me of this, but a movie I did really like was The Mothman Prophecies. I don't know why Insidious made me think of that, but I liked The Mothman Prophecies. That was a really interesting movie. Based on true events, too. That was a really kind of an interesting one. Have any of you read House of Leaves? Because that is a wild ride. Chicken! I want this chicken in this coop. All right, what are we naming? Okay, wait. Is it... Okay, but which pronunciation? Is it La Llorona? I swear, 2 L's is Y. The Conjuring movie are not that scary. The end credits make the movies terrifying. They show you the real newspaper clippings of the events in the movie. Oh, gosh. Really? No. Okay, well, while Snatchy is a great name, what are we naming this chicken? Oh, whoops. What? No. What the heck, man? I cannot get my buttons right. Now this one's now this one's called Grotchy. Okay. 2 L's is Y. That's what I thought. Grotchy. Mooncake? Mooncake it is. Who did somebody? Mooncake. James said mooncake. Mooncake. Done. 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 Mooncake. Katie, that reminds me of moon pies. I like moon pies. Mooncake. Porky the chicken. Well, I will have many more chickens. Oh, what the heck, man? Okay. Mooncake. This is my chicken, Mooncake. I'll send little Mooncake to her home right away. Wipe your feet on my wood floor. Mooncake. Oh, what? Ew, it smells. Why is it locked? I want to explore the sewers. Gross. No way, no how. Nope, nope, nope. I think Gunther has the key. Professor Gunther? The man who runs the museum? Why do you think he has it? Oh, that's right. I gotta turn a bunch of stuff into him. I saw a big rusty old key fall out of his pocket one time. A creepy sewer door like this has just got to be a match for a big rusty old key. What the heck? I feel like the update screwed something up on my Switch. The Bluetooth update? Because my controller is not staying connected now. So maybe it's not my Joy-Con. Is anybody else experiencing this? Yeah, careful, kids. It's getting worse. I'm annoyed. No issues with your controllers? I like Mooncake. During the Japanese occupation of China, the people hid secret plans to overthrow the Japanese in mooncakes. Are you serious? I'm using a Pro controller. But this one won't stay connected, and neither will my left Joy-Con, even while it's attached to the Switch. There's something moving around in there. Yes, yes, hide behind me. I'll save you. Weenie that I am. See? See? Yeah, I've never had the Pro controller have issues like this. Names for later. Oinky the cow, Porky the chicken, Clucky the pig. I like it. I use the Pro controller almost exclusively, and I'm not having problems, knock on wood. Is something pressing down on my controller? No. I don't think so. My headphone cord is here, but I doubt that's pushing any hard enough to... I'll scoot back from my table a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, but I'm having problems with my left Joy-Con, even when it's attached. I can't even play in handheld mode anymore. But I was going to send that back in to Nintendo, but now I'm wondering if it's not a problem with the Joy-Con, if it's an actual problem with my Switch. Oh my gosh, if there's something wrong with my Switch, I am going to be devastated. That's right, I got one fish. I mean, there's that button on the top. Maybe that's what it's doing. Do I have other Bluetooth devices turned on? No. I mean, I have my phone. No other Bluetooth devices. I don't know. I'll have to look online, see if any other people are having issues. Oh, now I have to go pet Mooncake. Oh, I need hay. I should have bought hay for Marnie. Yeah, isn't the exorcism Isn't the exorcism of Emily Rose also based on a true story? I think my brother told me somewhere online you can actually find the tape recordings of her sleeping at night. Oh, are you looking for Aunt Marnie? 'Cause she's right there. I need hay. I don't need any of those things, right? No. Well, that's a teeny little chicken, so it's not going to eat that much. Check if your phone Bluetooth is off. It might be trying to connect to the controller. My phone Bluetooth is on. But I've never had that problem before. It's very strange. I don't know. I haven't had any problems until you did that Bluetooth update. So I don't know if I'm the only one. I really just hope there's nothing wrong with my Switch. I mean, I'll get another one, obviously. But I'd really rather not right now. Especially since I just got a new phone. Refurbished phone. But still, new to me. I have an iPhone 6S that I've had for 6 years. I wanted one with a home button. I do not want the facial recognition deal. I like having a home button. I just couldn't bring myself to spend that much on a new phone. Ugh. Apple has a like a subscription type service where you can basically make payments and then you get to upgrade to the phone every year, but I just couldn't. The average mooncake is the calorie equivalent of eating a cheeseburger topped with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and a hot fudge sundae. What? What even is a mooncake? I'm thinking of those moon pies you can get at the store, but those are definitely not mooncakes. I like the name mooncake, though. That's a good name. Especially for a chicken. Mooncake. I don't know if Katie is still here, but if you are, I did find out that that Bill Harley story with the moon pies is not true. And I'm actually kind of disappointed about it. Do I have bug meat? No, I don't. Oh, I need to go give that to Gunther. That's wrong. The only way I'm going to get into those sewers is if I bring Gunther stuff. Yeah, I thought it was a true story, and it is not. It's not. It's loosely based on something that happened to him, but it's also it's based on kind of a folk story that is, you know, pretty popular, that runs along the same lines. Basically, there's this guy, rain muffles sound, so I can play my guitar louder without my mom getting mad. Somebody else was walking over here. I haven't been in here yet. So my mom loves storytelling. Oh, hey, taking a break from work? Yeah, since nobody else around here seems to have anything to do. No, there's nothing touching my controller. It's just losing its connection for some reason. I'm really, really mad about it. So there's a place in Utah that offers something called the Timpanogos Storytelling Festival. And storytellers come from all over the country to come tell stories there. And they just they have like a my gosh, bedtime story night. They have a scary story night, and they have a like a comedy night. And one of our favorite oh, thanks, Gunther. One of our favorite storytellers, his name's Bill Harley, and he's hilarious. And he tells a lot of stories about him growing up as a kid. He uses his guitar, he's musical, and his stories are great. And he tells a story in a nutshell where there's a bully that lived on a street, the same street as his friend, and his friend had this little sister named Wheezy, and she liked to sing about moon pies. And basically, Bill didn't want to go home one day because Wheezy stole the bully's moon pies and ate them all. And so Bill was like, I can't go home. He's going to pummel me on my way home. And his friend was really, really smart. And so he was like, I've got a way that you can get home. Just do everything I say. So they basically popped popcorn and they put it in Wheezy's, they put it in her pillowcase. And then I need to make snacks. That's what I need to do. They popped popcorn and put it in her pillowcase while she was sleeping. And then they put toilet paper on the trees. Like, they put toilet paper out on the tree, out in the backyard. So when she woke up from her nap, there was popcorn in the pillow, and they were like, "Look, Wheezy, there's toilet paper out on the trees," and she was all excited about it, and so they picked it together. And anyway, so finally his friend turns to Bill and is like, "Okay, Bill, you can go home now." And Bill's like, "Are you crazy? I can't go home. You're insane. The bully's gonna think I took his moon pies." Sure enough, he gets on his bike to go home. The bully comes out of his house and he's like, he stops Bill, and Wheezy is like, "Well, I took those moon pies." And her brother goes, "Wheezy, you took those moon pies?" And she says, "Yeah, don't you remember? That was before we found popcorn in my pillowcase." "There was popcorn in your pillowcase?" "Yes, don't you remember? That was before we picked toilet paper off the trees." And of course the bully's like, "You guys are crazy. I'm out of here," or something. And I thought for years that was a true story, and apparently it wasn't, which makes me sad because it was just magical when I listened to it. I was like, man, who is that smart? That kid is brilliant. But apparently that's a pretty common theme that runs in like folk stories and stuff. Anyway, I thought it was true. But a lot of Bill Harley's other stories are true, like the one about the substitute teacher, or the teacher that they threw like a surprise party for. She was the meanest teacher in the school, and they threw a surprise party for her. There was one where, shoot, I can't remember this one, Cage, but it's where Fix Your Wagon comes in. My life is way too low to do this, but we'll do a little bit. Or my energy, anyway. I just need a little bit of copper. That's what I need. I need just a little bit of copper. Oh! Oh! I need my bone! Ah! My slow bone! Huh. Oh, well, my health is fine. Thank you. Yeah, he tells lots of stories, and he sings songs, and they're great. And I think he's still telling stories at the Storytelling Festival. My mom got his CDs, and we used to listen to his songs when we were kids. And Charlotte actually listens to some of his stories, too. We've got some of his stories on her little phone that she uses. Oh, I got a rice shoot. I mean, yeah, like, I shouldn't be surprised, but I was kind of surprised. I was like, really? I thought that story was real. Something about a grandma saying I'll fix their wagon or something. I don't really remember, but he's great. For any of you that have little kids, he's great because he's funny and he's really entertaining and he sings songs and stuff. And yeah, he's great. We got to see him live, I think, because I remember watching him perform Zanzibar live. What? I did not know you could kill things. Ah! Oh, that is not a good. Nope. I'm out of here. Get out of here. Just get on out of here. Okay. Gage, do you remember the character in Gravity Falls who says, "Get him, get him"? I can't remember his name. Oh, wow. I'm getting lucky. Do you remember that character? So the other day, I asked Charlotte why she never ate her lunch because she comes home and her lunchbox is still full. And, oh, I hate these levels where they like spiral around. Oh, dang it. Chances are I am not. Oh, nope, I'm out. My energy is low. I just needed some copper. So Charlotte came home from school and I was like, "Charlotte, why do you not eat your lunch? Are you like not hungry? Do I make crappy lunches? Why do you not eat your lunch?" And she goes, "Oh, I forgot to warn you guys about ad. Dang it. I'm not looking at my screen." But I said, "Why do you not eat your lunch?" And she goes, "Well, the lunchroom is really loud." And her words, not mine. She goes, "I just want to get on out of there." I was like, "Did you really just say that?" Oh my gosh. I was actually really proud of her. I was like, that is great. That is stupendous. I'm so glad you said that. I just cracked up in the car. "Did you really just say that?" She was like, "Yeah." How much do I need for a bug steak? I don't even remember. But I really need stuff to make snackies. Oh, I have 10 geodes? Wow. How many of these can I make? 3! Awesome. Sweet. That is great. Okay. Yeah, let's go to bed. Okay, I think I can go through one more day and then it'll be time for me to sign off. Spring is almost over, y'all. What are the temperatures like where y'all are? It's still hot here, but it's like, it cools down at night, which is nice. Oh, the flower dance. Do I have to go to the flower dance? Because I know nobody's gonna dance with me. Isn't it impossible to be danced with in your first year? I haven't been doing a very good job. I haven't really been like giving people things. It's kind of my own fault. Maybe I could have a partner if I was more on top of giving people gifts. It's the 23rd. I don't have time to grow anything else, do I? Wait, parsnips take how long? Oh, I thought that was going to tell me how long they'd been growing. No. Cold yesterday in the Midwest, but hot today. Yeah. Is that ready? No. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Did I even water these yesterday? It's probably part of the reason they are taking so long to grow. 73 degrees at 2 p.m. in New York City. Man, New York. That is one muggy place. I have an uncle that lives in New York. Where was everybody on September 11th when it happened? I was in 9th grade. And I had a friend that came running through the hall talking about, in the morning before school, talking about how a plane just ran into a building. And I was like, what? And when I got to school, or when I got to class, that's all we did all day, was we sat and watched the news. That's all we did all day. It was unreal, as I'm sure everybody else felt. 9th grade history class. Yep, that was me. I mean, I don't know if I had history that day, but it was 9th grade. And I remember the second tower was hit between classes. So we left one class and one tower was on fire. And then we got to our second class and both towers were on fire. And I just remember we just sat there open mouthed, just staring at the TV all day in every single class. I didn't even know James was working on 9/11. Were you in New York City? That's kind of a stupid question. I mean, I know you're there now, but were you like in New York when it happened? That's so frightening. I actually talked to Charlotte about it. What is he like? I mean, I know he likes beer, but I don't want to give him beer because he's an alcoholic. Come on, man. I'm trying to help pull you out of your rut. I don't want to marry you, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. The teacher showed the news in science class and it was surreal. I thought I was watching a movie. Yep, it was totally wild. I actually explained this to Charlotte the other day because we've never talked about it, because September 11th was coming up. And I don't remember how it came to be, but I just kind of explained to her. I didn't go into super detail because I didn't want her to feel unsafe, but I was like, yeah, this is what happened and this is where Mama was when it happened and this is what we did all day. And she was so shocked. And I was like, yeah, there were a lot of people. Oh, what? What? Oh, that's what oh. Never seen that happen before. Get out of town. Get out of here. You just get on out of here. Born and raised in New York City. Cage got an announcement over the intercom in 4th grade. Couldn't even comprehend it. Watched the footage in 8th grade and nearly had a panic attack. 9/11 is like the COVID lockdowns. We will never be the same. Yeah, I totally see that. Yeah, it was it was so unreal to watch it. I mean, I can't even imagine being in the same city, but it was so unreal to watch it as like a ninth grader, like sitting in my class, just being like, this is really happening. Like, we're under attack. It was totally bonkers. It was crazy. And all of our teachers had no idea what to say to us. Like, they were just kind of watching the news. Like, nobody spoke. The classes were totally quiet. Everybody was just staring at the TVs, and the teachers didn't have any idea what to say. Like, what were you supposed to say? It was crazy. Ander apparently was late to school that morning, and his mom came in. He had a little mini TV in his room, and his mom came into his room and was like, well, the world's ending. And he just sat in bed and ate cereal and watched TV all morning and watched the news. I was like, you sat in bed? He was like, yep. Okay. Ander's mom was always kind of lax with him. She was always kind of like, because he was a really good student and he was a really good kid. He never, ever got into trouble. He was, no matter how late he stayed out the night before, he was always up for school the next day or church the next day or whatever. Although he was late that morning. You know what? I think he was more late for school, but she was like, I don't really care if you're late for school, but if you're late for church, man, I will give you a curfew faster than you can say the word curfew. So he never broke curfew because he didn't want his freedom taken away. Oh. But his mom gave him a lot of freedom. But he was a good kid. She just didn't put a lot of pressure on him. Like, really? I hit you. Like, she didn't expect him to get straight A's, you know. But anyway, yeah, that morning she was like, the world's ending. You better get up. So wild. I love living in this time period. That's what Ander says. He's like, man, if I could... He always tells me he would absolutely go back to... The one thing he couldn't live without if he, like, went back to live in, I don't know, what, anytime, but not now. He says, however, the one thing I could not live without is air conditioning. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty important. I mean... It may not have been back then, but he was like, yeah, I could not live without air conditioning, man. But he says all the time, I wish I didn't live in this time. Like, I wish I lived before, like, all the technology and the social media and, like, all the news and everything. Jeez. I didn't want to scare Charlotte, but she did bring it up a little bit later that day. And so I must have kind of made some sort of mark because she brought it up later. She got emotional about something else. I don't remember. Another first dwarf scroll? What gives, man? After 9/11, the country is more unified. After COVID, the country is more polar opposite. Aliens, please land on Earth. We need something to unify us again. I agree. I did tell Charlotte that. I was like, you know, it's really scary to think about something like that happening because you don't have control over it. However, something really incredible happened after all that happened. The country as a whole became really, really unified, and it didn't matter what you believed or if you believed in God or if you didn't, or, you know, what your faith was or what your skin color was or whatever. It didn't matter. When those buildings were, you know, burning, when there were people inside, everybody just helped regardless. And we were all so shocked that those buildings had been attacked and that, you know, that had happened to our country, that we all became really good friends and we became really close as a country. I'm not saying it was a great thing to happen, and I would never wish something like that ever, ever, ever again on anybody. But out of the rubble did come some good. I guess I can... Do I have one of those? I do, right? Yes, okay. But she got emotional about something else that night. I don't remember what it was, and then she was like, and then all those people in the buildings, and I was like, oh crap, I shouldn't have said anything. But I don't know. I don't really want to just completely jade my kid either. I want her to be, like, aware of what goes on, but, you know, I tried to tell her, you know, don't worry, like, you're safe, we're okay. We live in a military city, for Pete's sake. Like, we're in a pretty safe place. But yeah, it really Today times are pretty great. Imagine quarantine without the internet. That's true. I like technology, but I'm glad I didn't grow up with cell phone cameras constantly filming and taking pictures. I have to agree. I feel really bad for the youth of today. Maybe this just comes kind of from my religious background and my religious standpoint, but it must be so, I mean, I have a hard time with it as well. Like, I am one of those people that I am not really on any social media. I am on Instagram though. And I do find myself, I have an account on Facebook, but I only ever use it. I only ever was using it for book marketing, and I didn't even really do any of that. But, I am on Instagram, and it does affect me. It definitely affects me. I will see these things and be like, ugh, you know, well, they take all these trips, or they're so lucky, or look at them, they're having another baby. And of course they are, because this and this and this. And not that I'm baby hungry, but you know, you see these snippets of perfection. You see these snippets of people's lives, and it seems like everything's totally hunky dory and that they're just living these amazing lives. And these last couple years since we moved here have been some of the hardest years of my life. And it's hard to see people experiencing such joy, or so they claim to be experiencing, and looking at my own life and being like, man, I don't have any time to do any of that. We don't have the finances to completely landscape our backyard, or we don't have the finances to pull up. What I would really love is to pull up all the tile and all the carpet in our whole entire house, no lies, in all the living areas. And I would love to replace it all with like a faux, like a vinyl planking. But Ander was like, I'm willing to do carpet. I'm not willing to tear up tile. You want to tear up tile? That's on you. Because it's so hard. And I'm like, oh, I know, but I don't want to do that. Better not tell C about World War II. Yeah, you got to be careful. But at the same time, we can't just not tell our kids, because then history repeats itself. But yeah, going out with telling her about 9/11 was a little much, I think. But she, you know, she was okay. But you know, I just felt like it was something, well, and September 11th was right around the corner. So I felt like it was something she kind of needed to, like, it was something that I came across on the internet. That's what it was. I came across a picture on the internet, and I think she saw it. I think it was just a headline, you know, because September 11th was coming, and she saw it. And so I decided to explain it to her. I didn't go into detail about like people jumping out of windows or, you know, anything like that. But I just said there were a lot of people in those buildings when they fell. But, I am definitely guilty of the Instagram jealousy, and I try really hard not to be, and I know I should just give Instagram up, but I also use Instagram just a little bit to promote this, my streaming, or, you know, if I can ever get my backdrop right and my lighting right, I'd like to do more, you know, singing videos on my other YouTube channel. I mean, love it or hate it, social media works when you need to market and when you need to, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of need to like spread the word, I guess. But I'm totally guilty of sitting there and being like, these people's lives are so much better than mine, and they seem to have so much more time, and they seem to get along so much better with their kids, or they love being stay-at-home moms, and I just don't. I have a really hard time with being a stay-at-home mom sometimes. And I'm just in a position where that's just where I am right now. And there's not a lot I can really do about it. So I find things I do enjoy to do to keep refilling my bucket, right? Things aren't going to be this way forever. But I totally get, I would have never wanted to grow up. I never would have wanted to grow up with like in this era of internet and constant information and misinformation. Because like James said, we are more divided now because of COVID, whereas September 11th pulled us together and COVID has completely...
When am I supposed to go to bed?
You should be in your room right now, but lights off is at 8:30. Lights out is at 8:30, so that's in like 40 minutes.
Well,
I'm about to sign off too. But that's just kind of my own... I don't know. Nobody asked me, so... I don't follow news and I don't watch news because it just makes me sad and it just gives me more anxiety. And I think there have been times where family members of mine have told me that I'm not informed or that I'm ignorant or that I'm, you know, that I should be. I remember my Aunt Judy was like, you don't ever watch the news? And I was like, no, because I don't trust anything. I don't know who to believe. And you have who you want to believe. And my mom has who she wants to believe. And everybody has who they want to believe. But I am responsible for myself and my family, and a lot of it makes me nervous, and I don't know what to believe, and I don't want that bad juju coming into my house. I don't want to feel panicky all the time. And I can cut some of that out by just not having just not having it in my house at all. I know, I think it would be, but like I said, we have tile in our kitchen and we have tile in our bathrooms. I would leave the carpet in the bedrooms, but if I were to put down the vinyl flooring, because we had it in our old apartment and it was awesome. Loved it. Kids, dog, messes, not a problem. Oh, your friend is streaming. I don't know what happens to YouTubers if I raid though. Remember we talked about this last time. I'm happy to send my Twitch people over there, but I don't know. I don't want my YouTube people to feel like I'm just like, okay, well, peace out, bye, sayonara. My problem is if I'm going to do vinyl flooring through the house, I want it all to be vinyl flooring. I don't want to have tile in the kitchen and vinyl flooring in the family room. I just don't feel like those really go together. I want all the same flooring. But Anders like, I am not tearing out tile. Nope, no way. It is so much work. You have to hammer and like chisel out all the tile. If you want to do that, you do that yourself. The other day I was like, what would happen if you came home from work one day and I was like chiseling out tile in the kitchen? And he was like, I would just shake my head and I would be like, that's on you. I am not helping you with that. If I came home and you'd pulled up a bunch of carpet in the family room, he was like, I could get that, but pulling up that tile, no way. I'd actually probably leave the tile in the bathroom because we have a hallway right here. So I would have it be the vinyl flooring in the hallway right here. We'd leave that bathroom tile just because it's like a guest bathroom / Charlotte's bathroom and it doesn't like whatever. It's kind of a nicer tile than the tile in the kitchen too. And then the family room and the kitchen. But the kitchen is, it's a relatively good-sized kitchen, so I'd have a lot of work to do. Ugh. Anyway, I've thought about it, trust me, but I just cannot. I just can't. I don't know. If I'm not going to have any help, so then I think to myself, who could I call? Who could I call to be like, hey, why don't you come over to my house for the next week? I'll buy you lunch every single day, like a bunch of ladies in my church congregation who are home during the day anyway, right? I tried to replace my sidewalk by myself with a sledgehammer. Needless to say, that lasted all of 20 minutes before I quit and hired someone who had the machines to take it up in about 30 seconds. See, there are machines that take up tile, right? There has to be. Ander keeps saying doing it ourselves. We could lay the vinyl ourselves for sure. But as far as pulling it out, they have machines for that, man. My friend says to raid them anyway. Well, I can certainly raid them, but my YouTube people won't go. To be honest, I don't even know how a raid is going to work. I don't even know. I've never raided before while using Restream. But let me go to Twitch. I would be happy to raid them. I don't know what all of y'all have planned for the rest of the night, but I just want my YouTube people to know that I'm not like, it's not that I don't love you. I just don't know how to raid with Restream. And I've never done this before. Not with, not for a long time. Well, anyway, I don't know. I think there have got to be machines these days that take up, I admire your chutzpah, J-Hops. I do. Oh my gosh. I know I do have to raid at some point. And I know that that's good etiquette, but I just always have been like, I don't know what to do with my YouTube people. But anyway, with that being said, I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I really do. I always look forward to streaming. I look forward to Sunday evenings. Sundays are really hard. And so this is a nice way to kind of end my night because Sundays are really, really challenging. So you don't want to demolition tile. Your husband is smart. So you're saying we should just chisel it. We shouldn't actually. Well, yeah, because you don't want to, I don't know. Well, and then we could also just pay somebody to do it altogether, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm with you, James. I'm totally with you. I know that vinyl flooring is the best, and we could lay it ourselves. It's just the matter of the tile. And then I think, well, maybe we should just do the living room first, and then we can eventually do the kitchen. But I think if we're going to do it, we might as well do all of it at the same time. So then there's like a seamless, you don't have like those lines going into the kitchen. You don't have to like, you can just use the same. Does that make sense? Like, not that you would really be able to tell the lines, but it just seems like it would be nicer if we could just do the whole thing all at the same time. That's just me. I don't know. So how does this raid thing work? Do I just click raid channel and then what happens? Do I type in the name of the person? What is the name of the person, Cage? Who dat? Do I have a pen? I don't have a pen. Cage, you hung out with us despite your headache. Thanks. Thank ya. Thank you kindly. There's got to be a pen in here somewhere. I have no idea. Yeah, I've raided before, but it was a long, long time ago. Yeah, less than 3 for all of you. I really appreciate you guys. AKI Witch. Streaming Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon is definitely not my thing, but I will raid them. I don't know how this works though. I'm afraid if I click raid, it's just gonna like boot me, but an ad of mine is supposed to start in a minute, so I better decide. I guess I can snooze that. Snooze. 5 minutes, okay. Hold on, I gotta, what is it called? It's called Pokemon, no, AKI Witch. Aki Witch, okay. Aki Witch, okay. Well, I love all of you. I'm gonna raid this channel. Any of you guys that want to stick around, awesome. Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna click raid channel. I don't know what this is gonna do. If this is gonna like, I don't think it's gonna boot me, but just know that I love you guys. And I also especially want to give Alex a shout out for blocking all those bots. Thank you, Alex. Okay, if I click raid. Oh, pick a live channel. Okay. Aki Witch. Oh, Witch. Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna start the raid. So I will see all of you guys. YouTube people, you're just kind of out of luck. I'm sorry. I can you have the name, so if you want to go over there and join, but you'd have to go on Twitch anyway. So, thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. And I will talk to all of you guys on, I'll talk to all of you guys on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna start this raid now. Yeah? I don't know how this works. Oh, it says 2 viewers are ready to raid. Ready to raid in 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raid now! Raid, 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 raid. I don't know what this does to me. I have no idea. I guess I should go to that person, huh? Oh, man. I should. Hold on. Ah! I gotta find you. Okay. Aki Witch. Raid time. Well, I guess I'm gonna go into my thanks for watching. I don't even know if anybody's here, but I love you all. Bye, everybody.